crossover steal is a great time to use late in the game when you need the ball back in your possession. The crossover steal is when the player is in the vertical and he's paying attention or trying to slow the game down and maintaining control of the ball. The best way for a crossover steal is to fake that you're going to put both hands up, and at the last second your inside hand is going to go across his lower back or mid back, pulling him into you, and with your outside hand going across his body with a big breaststroke kick, touching that ball or reaching for that ball. Notice here, put a little pressure on his shoulder. When you put pressure on his shoulder, the offensive player has a tendency to drop down and try to get a quick foul. When you notice him going underwater, lift both hands up at the last second, and you'll see how this defender, as soon as his hands come up, he reaches up and around and reaches for that ball with a big breaststroke kick. Notice how the player is showing his hands and the offensive player is faking a call or looking for a call. As the player looks for the call, he buries his head and the defensive player wraps and grabs up and over him with a big breaststroke kick, moving the offensive player a little bit to the side as he reaches for the ball. This is a great steal. Now the crossover steal in the horizontal position is when a player is releasing for the ball in a horizontal swim, or the two-stroke release that we worked on earlier. And in this position, the defensive player is going to sit back and wait for that pass and anticipate that pass. Now the offensive player's hips are right in front of him. So with that inside hand, he can stroke over those hips and reach for the ball over the defender. That swim stroke looks like a normal swim stroke. It doesn't look like he's coming across or pulling him or dragging him underwater. This is a very disguised steal, and it works often in games. The underwater camera shows that hand from the defender going on top of the hips and pulling himself across to make that steal. In your defensive perimeter game, I can't reiterate how important it is to learn to control your offensive player. Play a chess game with them by keeping your hips up, protecting your body, not being grabbed, as well as being able to move in and out, rotating over your hips. It's extremely important that you really utilize your breaststroke kick more than your egg beater. This is a more powerful, explosive, and quick opportunity to knock down somebody in the perimeter game.